Hey everybody, how are you doing? I hope you're all doing well. During live recordings, I find myself sometimes in a situation in which I already need to edit the files I'm actually recording. Stopping the recording isn't an option because I need to record the whole event, but because of broadcasting situations, you also already need to have something edited so they can broadcast it. I've been in this situation a few times. I used Pro Tools back then and it was a very big hassle. How I fixed it back then was stopping recording during a presentation piece, which was about 3 minutes long. In those 3 minutes I stopped it, I edited out the part I needed to edit out, consolidated it, exported it, made a new session, imported all the tracks and put everything into record and pressed the record button within those 3 minutes before the next band would start to play. But in Reaper there is finally a solution. And with all recordings, preparation is everything. So what you need to do first is make a new project and save it somewhere. I like to create a subdirectory for the project and copy all media into the project so I can simply and easily find everything back. I like to give it a really big and a bit warning name so you later know which project is actually recording and which you shouldn't touch. Then we make a new project tab and we save this project as our edit project. I don't highlight the copy all media. It's an empty project. It isn't going to do a lot, but just to be sure, I'm not selecting that one. In order to make this work, we need to change a few settings or check a few settings. The first one is in our media item defaults. It's a loop source for imported items. Turn that one off. In our recording settings over here, we want build peaks for recorded files on the fly. And in our media preferences, we want copy imported media to project media directory also turned off. Otherwise, this wouldn't work. Then we also need to check when right-clicking our project tabs that play stopped background projects with active project isn't selected and offline background project media isn't selected. Then we make our recording setup just the way we want to make it. What I like to do is recording my Spotify output just for this example. So set everything up. Press record. What you can do right now is mute all your channels or mute the masters because the recording is going on and you don't need to listen to it. Other option is choosing a different output to different speakers. You can make it as difficult as you want to make it. But for now I'm muting it. I'm leaving the recording thing recording. Going to my edit tab. Press insert media file. And then I'm going to my recording project. Audio files. Or wherever it saves it. I've got it set to audio files. Select the audio file I'm actually recording. It's just one right now, so it's not very difficult to pick one. Press open, and there we have an audio file. This audio file isn't live. It's a capture of the moment that I pressed insert. And I can edit a few things and put some things together and very simple. But let's go back to our original file. Now the recording has progressed a few minutes and we want to see our new part. Well, we can actually just drag it open. It's like magic. Hey, there's audio coming in here. Like until whoa, oh, till there. And if I keep dragging, we see that it's being updated every single time. There's also a different way to do this, and for that you need an action. Set item length to source media length is what it's called. And I got it coupled to my F5 shortcut. It's a Windows joke, which I really enjoy, for refresh. But you can of course bind your own key binding to it. So I've got it set to F5, so every time I press F5 it updates the selected item to its new length. This is of course great, but can you also do multi-tracks? Yes, you can. Let's say we have like a multi-track, so this is a multi-track 1, and then have another one which is multi-track 2. And let's record both sides of the Spotify stream just for this demonstration. So we have a multi-track, we press record, so keep it recording. Again, we're going to insert those two multi-track files on separated tracks. Let's insert it over here. And one of the things I like to do with a multi-track is directly group the items. You can do this by pressing G or by right-clicking as I just did. And one thing you have to keep in mind is that you have to have selected the whole multi-track when pressing refresh. But apart from that, it just works as a multi-track. I mean, you can even start doing some mixing on it if your computer is capable of it. Really, the possibilities are almost endless. The only end you are having is the maximum size of a WAV file. As soon as a WAV file is filled up, which is 1024 megabytes or about 1 gigabyte, Reaper will make a new WAV file, unless you have your media settings set to WAV 64. If I'm correct, then you can keep recording. But keep that in mind while doing this. Also, before deploying this into a multi-million-dollar live situation, test it first yourself. Don't blame me if it doesn't work the way you were expecting. Really test it yourself and practice it before you deploy it into a critical situation. And with that advice, I want to end this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know with a thumbs up. If you didn't do it, you know what to do. Leave a comment below with ideas for videos and something else you wanted to say. This video is sponsored by patrons. You can also become one by clicking over here. Check out other videos I'm making over here. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Bye bye.